Yes, we got more teasers and a semi-clear looks at more heroes being impaled in that nightmare, vision, dream, whatever you want to call it. Episode 4 is going to be crazy. Let's talk about episode 3, Cheers to the Tin Man. And yes, if you haven't seen it yet, this is spoilers. Are you still here? Okay, let's talk about episode 3, Cheers to the Tin Man. So right off the bat, this is a continuation of episode 2. They're all on their way to save the bride and Nina. But this episode is mainly about G.I. Robot. As we're going through the story, we're getting flashbacks of his past, his origin. And we finally get a first look at the DCU Sergeant Rock, who may or may not be played by Daniel Craig in the future. But we'll see, because there is going to be a movie, Sergeant Rock movie, apparently. But in the flashbacks, we do get to see other DC-related Easter eggs as well, including Dr. William Magnus, who is the creator of Metal Men. Yeah, they teased Metal Men in this. And so, I don't know, does that mean we're going to have an appearance of Metal Men later in Creature Commandos? Are we going to get a live action series, animated series, a movie? I don't know, but definitely this is not going to be a throwaway thing, and it does expand DCU even further. Metal Men is going to exist, or by this time, because it's been so many years past since that flashback, they're probably already around. And a bunch of other characters appear as highlighted by DCU Brief. We got Doom Patrol villain, Animal Vegetable Mineral Man. It's crazy. Justice League villain Shaggy Man appears there too. And also Wonder Woman villain Crimson Centipede. That means Wonder Woman probably apprehended him, and she is definitely active in the DCU. But G.I. Robot kind of has a tragic backstory, and obviously a tragic end. I did not see this coming. He was a badass, taking down people left and right. Then suddenly, just like that, boom, he's gone. What the hell? Like, no one is safe in this Suicide Squad 2/3/whatever. Creature Commandos is showing us that even though these are the protagonists, they've got powers, they even seem like they lack a soul, but it shows that they are monsters, but there's some humanity in them. And people just label them as monsters, but there's more to them. And G.I. Robot, even though he's a robot, he's got a soul. And it is really sad to see him go. Kind of shocking. I didn't even think that was going to happen. I'm more shocked than sad because we just literally got his backstory and bam, he's gone. So I don't know if he's going to show up later because he's a robot. They can rebuild him again. I'm not really quite clear in terms of G.I. Robot 2 or whatever. But one of the things that's interesting in this episode is that Cersei was trying to take down the princess. She needs her dead. And why? And at this point, I don't think the princess is Clayface, because if she was Clayface, she would have brought out her Clayface powers, unless she's really stringing it out. But I don't think she's Clayface anymore. But we do end on another crazy cliffhanger, and that is Cersei saying that she needs to die. Why? Well, the teaser played right after, and it's officially out. But it does show that Cersei is taken prisoner by Amanda Waller. John Economos is there, Rick Flag Sr., and Cersei seems to show them a vision of what's to come if they don't kill the princess for whatever reason. And there is more to that nightmare vision. We finally get a clear look at Wonder Woman, and you see her tiara on the ground. You get a better and clear look at her swimsuit design. It's probably going to be the design for the DCU, though I think James Gunn has said they could make creative decisions down later. That doesn't really mean that the one you see in Creature Commandos is going to be there. Like Frank Grillo, he couldn't dye his hair white because of contractual obligations with some something else he has to do. So there's that. But at least this first look of Wonder Woman is compelling. It's interesting. And it may not happen. This could be one of those Age of Ultron situations that doesn't pay off. But I love the homage to Death of Superman. Superman's cape stuck on the stick. That's awesome. Speaking of Superman, I just want to say that I don't know yet, and I can't wait for episode 4, but this is the Daily Planet. This is the metropolis for the DCU, and it's being under attack by these pink lasers. There's only one character that does pink lasers or pink magic bolts in DCU so far, and that's Cersei. So is she attacking Metropolis? Is this where we will get to see Superman apprehending her? Is this related to the first promotional photo of Superman where you see Cersei's magical pink beam in the background and he's suiting up to take her down? Oh, that is interesting. Are we going to get to see a non-dead Superman animated flying around, taking down Cersei in the next episode? Oh, you know I'm hyped. But not only that. There is more to this, because there is more than just Wonder Woman in that Nightmare Vision picture. Yes, we're going back around to that. Next to her is obviously Hawkgirl, which she's wearing the same getup as she was in the behind the scenes of the Superman movie that's coming out in 2025. Wings and all. We can spot, apparently, Supergirl wearing a version of the Woman of Tomorrow suit. The classic big red boots, the red skirt. Obviously, this is Millie Alcock, right? And she's got the long hair as well. So this could be a little tease of what Millie Alcock will look, alive though, in Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. The other person we see is apparently Booster Gold. There is our first look of DCU, Booster Gold, in which people are saying is Kumail Nanjiani who's going to play Booster Gold. James Gunn did talk about that, or they inquired that about with him, and he didn't really come out and say no. He kind of just talked around the issue. So maybe Kumail is going to be Booster Gold. And the other one is hard to see, because it's like a silhouette. But apparently, to a lot of people out there, including DC accounts, that this person here is actually Robin. And not just any Robin. It's Damian Wayne. Because Brave and the Bold is coming out. And the Robin they're going to focus on in this DCU is going to be Damian Wayne. So Damian Wayne is probably killed right here. Just dead. Which lies one of the biggest questions I have for this Nightmare Vision, and I think we're going to get answered, or maybe even teased at. Who knows? Episode 4 can't come soon enough. Who did this to them? What matter of creature, man, super villain, whatever, is able to do this to all these heroes? Is this Darkseid? I don't know. What does the princess have to do with all this? Why is it necessary to kill her? What does her death have to do with what's going to happen in the future? Is this one of those butterfly effects that needs to happen? The other thing is, if the princess needs to die and Rick Flag Sr. is in love with her, this is going to be a traumatic thing for him by the end of the series. He's going to have to decide to kill her or not. And I think that's one of the biggest things that might happen at the end of the series. I don't know. I'm looking forward to, oh my God, episode 4! Let's go!